middle of the month already, my good man. But as always, welcome to the Freedom Page podcast, where we like into a free state of mind each and every pay week on all DSPs of Boss. And to my right, I got my main guy, my ace. My left, my right is weak. Sean, better known as the Senior Liam, all your socials.
For the 100th time, you know.
And me, I'm Kenny, man. I'm also known as King Cat on those socials. But today, prepared for the end of the year while working our way into 2025. The FCP crew just want to take a brief second before today's episode to say thank you for locking into a free state of mind with us for 100 episodes. As we look towards the future, man, we want you to keep rocking with us to experience some other endeavors we got on the way, from the Economic Empowerment Podcast with Ramali that's out right now. So go catch that and subscribe to
Yes,
Silently
sir.
Growing. That will be coming out real soon as well with your main man, Mr. Senor Lee himself. We out here. But once again, man, from the bottom of our hearts, we truly appreciate and I hope you enjoyed the time you spent with us, whether it was on those DSPs or on YouTube. We just want to take this moment right before our special guest joins us today just to say we salute you. Now that I got all the specifics and particulars out the way, listen, us here at the FCP, we may need to clear the runway for a woman who is reshaping the entertainment and broadcast department of Alma Mater while also carving out a dedicated lane in an environment that has way too many wannabes and not enough people with the mindset and to actually get the job done within this media landscape that she has done and continues to excel at.
Yeah.
From content creation and graphic designing to
Yeah.
brand marketing and social media management and being a producer. Listen, man, these are just some of the skills she possesses in her massive toolkit that simply puts her a cut above the rest. And listen, y'all, we're not even going to mention that work she did with Obama during that presidential run either. That's top secret stuff. We're not even going to do that. That's above our pay grade. But
That's right.
without further ado, please welcome to the SCP stage the founder and CEO of CC Media and Marketing, Mrs. Christina Compere Minor. Miss Christina, how you
Oh,
doing
oh,
today? How
oh,
you
oh,
doing?
oh, 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 oh,
Ooh.
oh. Come on, intro. It was giving Club
Yeah,
Shay
that's
Shay a little bit. It
a
was
little bit. You know what I mean? We ain't
it
trying to,
was
you know what I
giving
mean?
you did your research, bro.
We working. We went outside a little bit. You know what I mean? Outside a little bit. But how you doing? How
Man,
you been?
man, I'm here, man. You know, it's December, it's the end of the year, and we had 100 episodes.
Yeah,
Hundred,
buddy.
hundred. Nah,
I
we
feel
need to give them
good.
Yeah.
that.
I
We just
feel
big time.
good.
We
I
just big
feel
time.
like
There we go.
y'all energy is just A1. Y'all deserve this. So I gotta give y'all
Appreciate it.
what?
Appreciate it.
Right
Y'all
back at you. Right back at you.
consistency is crazy, man. So yeah, I feel
Mhm.
Yeah.
good, man. How y'all feel? What's up?
Woo. Oh man. It feels like yesterday. You know what I mean? Feels
Yeah.
like yesterday. It was just an idea that turned into conversations, that turned into recording, then episode one. Then before you knew it, man, having guests, doing live streams, and putting faces out there to the point where your boy got recognized at the airport real quick, but we ain't gonna get into that.
Oh,
Um
he famous. He famous. No
Outside, outside,
picture.
outside. Come with the
No
fam, with the fam.
paparazzi. Man, that's
Yeah,
crazy. Congrats, bro. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. But forget me, it ain't, man. They know about me, man. We're
I
here
know,
for
I know.
you,
I'm sorry.
man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Before we get
Sorry.
started, most of the show we usually ask all our guests, man, how you doing, man? How's your mental, man? How's everything on that front?
Whew, man, it's a roller coaster. I ain't gonna hold you because not only am I me, but I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I'm a sister. It's a lot, so it's like a mental roller coaster. But as long as you keep like good vibes and good energy around you and start your day off right, I feel like
Mhm.
nothing can kind of like block it. You kind of gotta like So that's how I've been feeling. It's a for
That's
me
it.
I feel you.
lately. For real, for real. But
Nah, I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that for sure. So I think the best way we love for the people to learn your origin story, right? Where you came from, right? Tell the people where you from without telling them where you from.
okay, I gotta tell them where I'm from. They gonna know where I'm from. But yeah, yeah. Okay. So basically, born in Brooklyn, New York. You already know Flatbush. What up? But of course, my parents moved to Staten Island in about the late '90s, about 98,
Mhm.
99. And then I did my whole high school, the end of my elementary to my middle school to my high school in Staten Island. And of course, then after high school, I had to make a choice, and ended up in Florida. Thank you, God. But of course, it's a bit in between there. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm from, and I whole New York, everything. People know as soon as I talk, they already know. Like, yo, you're not from around here.
Can't
So
hide it.
yeah,
Can't
so I
hide it.
always say, city girl in the southern world is what I like to call it.
Ah, love it,
I know.
love it.
I see
Yeah,
the vision.
yeah,
Sean
yeah.
was talking about you on one of our other episodes where it's like every time we see you on these socials, it's like the amount of happiness and joy that just be on your face. I'd be like, she not at work. He'd be like, nah, I think she working. And I gotta
Yeah,
call you on the side, like, yeah, what you doing? I'm working. I'm like,
literally.
you do it too effortlessly. How you do it? But I saw
Thank
in
you,
this. You
bro.
gotta
Thank
let us
you.
know how was the Florida Classic weekend because you had way too much fun out there.
Hmm.
Honestly, I went in with I try to go into things with low expectations because you just never know. Like you don't want to get too hyped, and then you lose a game. Because number one, we want to win. That's like me. I'm like, when we win, what do I want to post? Like that's my mindset. But I'm like, let me go on low expectations. But the Florida Classic was full of gems. Like I was shocked at how many celebrities literally pulled up this year. Like I did not expect to meet Plies, baby.
Oh, baby,
And I don't know if y'all
what's
watch
it,
Sisters, but
baby?
KJ Smith was there, and she's an alum as well. So I was like, "Yo, KJ," and she remembered me, and I was like, almost fainted. But you can't fan out. You got to be like,
Nah,
Can't.
gotta
you
keep it
got to be
cool. Gotta keep it
chill.
cool. Gotta keep it cool.
And luckily, being from New York, like we see celebrities all the time. Like you could see them randomly at any time.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of used to that. Like you could see a celebrity on the train and just really not really care. But like, wow, it was amazing. Like the energy was just a vibe. It was just really really cool. I love covering sports events. Like I didn't know that until like when I got into this position where I was like, oh snap, sports events are really, really fun. And it brought me back to when I used to go to my brother's games and all of that. I was like, oh my God, I could be a fan and show everybody how much of a fan I am.
Oh,
So
that's good.
it's lit. It was really lit. Thanks for asking, bro.
Nah, yeah, that's what's up. I think there we were talking about like if doing what you love was a job or was a person, it would be you because you
Mhm.
see the passion, you see the joy in what you do, and a lot of people need to hear this story because I feel like there's a passion inside of everybody, and sometimes that fear of taking that risk or going after it. And watching you, man, grow up and just go after exactly what you want and not living it out, we get to sit back as proud brother and uncle and just watch
Yeah.
the whole story unfold, man. So
Man, I
beautiful.
think y'all though it literally I can't take all the credit. Of course, I say teamwork makes the dream work of everyone that's around me, but man, having a solid support system will get you a long way. And I always say the joy of the Lord is my strength because literally when you put God first, I gotta put that out there. Shout out to my listen. When you
Yeah,
put
man.
Him
I mean,
Amen.
first and you literally think of all the blessings that you have, how can I not exude that to someone else? And then it just drips on them. You feel me? Like
facts.
why
Facts.
not? So.
Yeah,
Facts.
yeah. But you're talking about the support system, right? And that's very important. So sticking with where you grew up, where you came from, we all have those influences in our life that really they're just people who have either gave us that mantra, kept us in check, or probably we modeled ourselves after growing up. So I gotta ask, even though I've watched you grow up, I know you had some big influences. Can you tell us at least three of them and why they were such influences for you?
Oh man, I got narrowed down to three. Nah, but of course, like I always say, like our family is full of bosses, like on my mom's side and my dad's side. Like just the amount of umpspa that we have to like achieve what we want is like insane and super inspiring. So
Facts.
definitely my family through and through family and my IETNs, like I say, all my people like
Hey.
that literally has been an influence to me. But to be specific, let's go into it. My parents, number one, because they were post office workers and literally was able to get a house, was able to put us through our school, was able to
Facts.
feed us. Like I cannot give enough credit to my parents. Like I love them. OD. OD means a lot. My one of my mentors that's since a child and now as an adult, my big bro Ramali, you already know about him. You already found
Yes, sir.
like any advice I need for finance wise, leadership wise, like since a kid, he was like, learn from other people's mistakes. And I was like, what are you talking about? But I was like, now as an adult, it's like facts. Like if you see
Easy.
somebody jumping, don't jump with them, stupid. Like learn from that mistake. You know what I mean? So that was like one of the biggest things. He's one of my favorite mentors. Of course, my uncle's child. Like as a kid, I didn't really know the impact that he had. Like he's a producer in Hollywood, but like I didn't know
Mhm.
the impact of him starting a business on his own as an entrepreneur and being able to reach the masses in a
Mhm.
way that like as a small girl from New York or like him being from Newark, like you would have never imagined the amount of impact around the world that he has. So I've
Mhm.
always studied that, like along with Jay-Z, of course, but but I've always
Yeah.
studied the fact that you can start from like a really small town or small group of people and be able to like network enough to reach yourself to the top.
Mhm.
So if I had to choose those top three people that have really influenced my life.
Mm.
But of course, there's probably some people I'm missing, but my church people, those people motivate me, but of
Oh, they
course, and then
do.
all my friends, all my people,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
mean,
Definitely. Definitely. It takes a village, man. It takes a
yeah,
village.
yeah, for
All
sure.
right.
right. Right. Your Uncle Shy is he was always dope because he taught me a little shit when we would go over there once in a while. But I remember one time specifically we went over there, the garage door opened up. It was like an S5 something with mad dust on it. I'm like, yo, you don't drive that? He's like, nah, the queen gave that to me for a gift. I ain't never get I'm like, the queen. So oh yeah, Latifah. He just kind of rubbed off the shoulder. I was like, oh. I said, can we close this garage door, please?
Just effortlessly.
I'm like, you
And
humble
like
stunt, and I'm out of here, man.
literally so humble, and I've learned that as well, like being humble and keeping your circle tight. Like I learned that from him as well, because at first I used to be like, yo, put me on, but his knowledge and the wisdom that you get is what's gonna like take you those nuggets. And Queen is so humble in person, like I would have never imagined. Like when she introduced herself to me, she's like, hi, I'm Dana, and I'm like, you're Queen Latifah.
That first name Queen. Like,
But me, I'm like, hey, I'm Christina. So yeah, I'm thankful for them for inspiring me for real.
but keeping it parent based, as you know, dad and mom as always. But you represent more than one culture. You represent both African American and the Haitian culture side by side, as you say. Can you remember at what point you really took pride in both sides?
Oh yeah. I want to say in high school, I really honed in on who I was. But college, I was like, oh yeah, like, oh, this is like because I seen Haitians outside of New York. Like, there's a lot of Haitians in Florida. I don't know if y'all know. There's even a city called
Yes,
Little Haiti in Miami.
yes.
I
Yeah.
got family out there. Who knew? But yeah, it's just like I was able to like indulge in my culture a lot more when I got to college. But I'm gonna say when I was a kid, like people used to rank on Haitians. They used to rank on Haitians, Africans, anybody who
Yeah.
wasn't American really, they was really ranking on you. And I used to be like, yo, like, what's wrong with my culture or whatever like that. But my brothers and my cousins was like, nah, like your culture is elite. We the first free country. They can't
Mhm.
stop us.
Mm,
So I think in high school, like that's when they started teaching me, like be proud, like be proud of who you are. The food is amazing.
mm.
But of course, just being proud of who I am. And when parle anglais, I Creole, I speak Creole and English. Okay, thank you,
Hey.
grandma.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
But
Shouts to Grants.
right, but I wouldn't speak it a lot. 'Cause my grandpa would make fun of me. He called me a Yankee, and y'all probably in the comments if y'all
Oh,
speak rap.
You see,
But
like
see your own
so
people.
having, yeah, so having that Hispanic background, Christina, I go through the same thing. Like when you make the effort to try and start speaking it, then
like,
there's that one person like, oh, you see, that's that American Spanish. Like, I mean, I don't know what
What
you
we
want me
do?
to do. Like,
What we do?
I'm trying my best.
It's
But
me.
at
It's me.
least
It's
I
still me.
And I tell
yeah,
him, I'm like, I can understand you. Don't try me because I'm gonna respond in English. I used to always do that to my grandpa. He gets so mad, and I'm like, listen, well, you made fun of me, so now I'm not gonna talk back.
get
So,
it.
but yeah, but I love everything about like my dad. He was a veteran. Like he was in the army. He joined the army. He graduated high school at 16 years old. Joined the army right after after he did his travels with the army, he like literally brought his whole family to America to start a new life, to be able to do something better with his life. So like I have to like walk around with pride being a Haitian American woman. Like
Mhm,
I'm not
mhm,
here I'm here because of him. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
that's everything to me. My people, my everything. Shout out to
Yeah, and it's yeah,
Doc
and it's
Posse on
good
my
because you
on
keep
show.
the culture fresh, man. Because with the kids, man, like we were talking about earlier, you want them to carry it on, and the fear that I
Exactly.
think a lot of our elders have is that the culture, the food, the history will get lost if the kids aren't knowledgeable. So it's great that you're embracing it and bringing it to your kids?
Oh, absolutely. My son's middle name is Haitian. Like I speak Creole to them. The only words I know, you gonna know it too. Like if you
That's
gonna,
it.
you know what I mean. So
Mhm.
that's super important to me, and I love it.
Yeah,
Culture is everything. It's the seasoning. It's the,
you
you know
need
what I
that.
mean.
You need
That's
that.
it.
Having a
That's
little
it.
Now,
something, knowing your history. It's like, ooh,
Hmm.
now, with knowing your history and putting that sprinkle on your personal life, we love it. We appreciate it. How
yes.
is that present in your career, though? How are you bringing both cultures into what you do professionally?
Well, I work at a historically black college and university, and
Mm.
I have the honor of sharing black excellence every single day, every minute
Get
of the
it.
day. I get to share all of the beautiful cultures that color us as black Americans or black Hispanic or black Haitian. Like I get to literally
Mhm.
express that and show like you can be more. It doesn't matter where you started, is where you finish. Like I literally love that. That's my favorite part of my job. I think I love the fact that I get to help black people see more than just what they see in their realm, but you
Mm.
can see like past that. Like being able to, like, one of the biggest things that I could say working at HBCU is literally the fact that I can reach millions of people in like 90 days is insane.
Mhm.
And it's literally, that means that people are gravitating to that. They're like, "Oh, I could be more. I could do more." So yes, every chance I get to share black excellence, to share the fact that I am a black woman that has a degree, a higher education degree, I'm going to share it and let people know that
Mhm.
you could do it too. You know what I mean?
Damn
So
Skippy.
yeah,
Damn Skippy. That's what's up.
definitely a culture hype for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
Now, I'm glad you brought up the HBCU because right now we're going to go into a segment we're calling Forever Rattlers out here. You know what I'm saying?
ooh, I love
Like,
that.
you know what I mean? So
I
you
love
set
that.
the bar high, Christina. As far as I know, you are the first one in our family to go to HBCU. I don't know anybody else who went first. If we
Cousin Love, she
do,
went to Shaw. She
okay.
went to
Mhm.
Shaw in North
Shout out
Carolina,
to
and she
Love.
crossed at a divine on the Divine Nine sorority as well too. So
Ooh, okay.
she did the full HBCU experience.
Okay. All
But
right.
that's the
All
only
right.
one I know.
Stepping.
So you're absolutely correct. We are the only
Mhm.
people with historically black college and university degree. That's a fact.
Beautiful.
Now that I think about
Beautiful.
it, wow.
Shout out to Love, man. You know,
Shut word.
not only is she cool as shit, you know, she always gave me that Mary J. Blige vibe back in the day,
Listen,
man.
Facts. Facts.
Love has
boss
just always
up,
been that girl.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
Um,
definitely.
so you know, when you were getting ready to look for colleges,
Mhm.
was it important for you to go to a HBCU?
So, okay, yes. But I was not fed that when I was in high school. When I was in high
Mm.
school, they were pushing us to CUNYs and SUNYs. So CUNY is City University, New York.
Mhm.
SUNYs is State University, New York. Apparently, the school gets funding if you send a lot of people to your CUNYs and your
Yep.
SUNYs. And
Yep.
they were holding the information for like out of state schools and especially historically black colleges and universities. It was
Mhm.
me going to college fairs. Shout out to my mom. She found a church. Shout out to St. Philip's. They used to have a HBCU tour that they would take high school students on. And I did it my junior year. It opened my eyes. I was like, oh my God. It was like all people that look like me, people that's trying to be doctors, lawyers, journalists, like
Mm.
wow. Like I was in awe. I think we went to like North Carolina A&T. We went to like all the historically black colleges from literally from New York down to North Carolina. They stopped at each, like it was the best. So that transformed my mindset in high school because I was like, why are you only pushing us to in-state when I know that I can go outside and do more? Of course, my parents, we didn't have the funds really to go out of state. So, but I did beg. I begged really hard and I filed for financial aid. And I was like, Ma, let's do this Parent Plus loan. Do not do Parent Plus loan if you're watching this. Please do not. I'm still paying it to this day. But she was like, go ahead. So I did go to Delaware State for my first year. And one of my friends, he was like a year older than us, and he was like, "Yo, they got a road trip to Del State. You get a free tour, blah 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 blah." So then me and my friends, we did it our senior year, and I was like, "Oh, I could do this." I was like, "If I could survive here in Delaware, then maybe I could convince my mom to take me to Florida, right?" So it was like a
Mm.
plan. I had a little plan in my mind because
Mhm.
I used to spend my summers in Florida. Shout out to Uncle Kareem and Aunt Star.
Mhm.
And I was like, yo, Florida is where I gotta be. So, but
Facts. I feel
FAMU
you.
was like one of the only HBCUs in Florida that was really popularized. There's about two or three
Mhm.
maybe, but FAMU was like the number one. We are number one. Anyways, so I
Hey.
went to Dell State my first year. It was
Mhm.
amazing, but I was like, I felt like my purpose felt so strong. And one of my friends that I actually went to school with in Staten Island was at Dell State that same year, and she was like, I was supposed to go to FAMU. And I was like, wait. I was supposed to go to FAMU. And we was like, let's apply. Let's do it. If we get in, we out. Got in, we was out. Like,
Out.
so,
Look at God. Look
and
Look
at
at
look at
God.
God.
Look
Like,
at God.
I would have never imagined that, because I feel like the resources and, that was at Dell State wasn't to the level like FAMU was, you know what I mean? Like the amount of
Mm,
reach that you can do. So I just knew I had to get out of Delaware. I was like, I can't go backwards to New York to Delaware. No.
hmm
mm,
So yeah,
mhm.
the HBCU experience, it was that's literally how I started. Is going on the HBCU tour and literally just doing my research, of course. But yeah, it was the people around me that was like, yeah, try it. Why not? So yeah,
Now,
changed my life.
like, listen, FAMU is across the street from a big school.
Yeah.
Um, Outside of that, was there any runner up to FAMU wasn't the one?
UCF. That's
Okay.
that's a non HBCU. That was one of my favorites. It's in Orlando. And then I had some SUNYs and CUNYs on it just to make my mom happy, but I can't even name them because I was like, I'm not staying in New York, and she knew
hmm
that, and
No.
I felt. She's like, I'll buy you a car, I'll buy you whatever you want.
Like,
I'm like, no,
mm,
I have to go. But now she's like, thank you. Like that was like one of the highlights of my life when she came down here and saw like how much I've grown. She's like, wow, I'm so proud of you. Like, congrats. Like, thank you
so,
for not listening to me.
ah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, no, that's
But yeah,
great, man.
but yeah, I also gotta give it up to HBCUs because I kind of find myself there too, like just embracing my natural hair, just embracing like our Black history. Like Black History Month mean different to me now. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just HBCUs are just it's just
It
different.
hit
It's a
different.
different world. Like literally like the different world TV show. Like
Yeah.
it literally is.
Yeah, no, that's dope, man. And I love the fact that it was non-negotiable. Because to
Mm,
start the year, we talked about what are some goals that we have for ourselves this year that are non-negotiable. They're going down. We're gonna make them happen. It is what it is. So the fact that you said it's FAMU or, you know what I'm saying, that's it. Like that's all. Hey, yo, man, when you make it happen,
Yeah.
it's that much more sweeter, man. So that's what's up.
Facts. That's how you gotta be for your goals, man. You gotta set it and forget it.
Yeah, man.
Listen, just go for it. Don't make no adjustments if you really, really, really want it. It'll change your life.
So I know you had a great time at FAMU, right? A
Absolutely.
lot of really cool things in your life happened because of
Woo.
FAMU, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but tell us a little bit about the campus experience, and what I'm hoping you could do is give us at least five. I know you had a lot happen at
Mm-hmm.
FAMU, but five highlights of
Oh,
that college experience.
oh man. My highlights. One is meeting people from like literally around the world. That's like wow. Like I was able to just meet people from Bahamas and like just really cool like people that I met and didn't think I would like be cool with to this day, like things like that. But like as far as accomplishments, my first award was the Courtney Sims Award. She was a student. She had passed away, but she was an amazing producer, and I had won that award in 2012. And I had started a TV show called The Beat TV. It was a music television
Mm.
show, and it was like it was so crazy because one of my friends, I'm still friends with her to this day too. She from Atlanta, and we just made a flyer. We was like, we need hosts, we need musicians, we need da 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 da, and we're gonna start a show. And people came out. It was like 20, 40 people, and we had like a team of 20, 40 people pull up for this TV show that aired on TV to 80,000 homes. So that's like number one experience, like meeting so many different people and starting a TV show. Like what? That was a dream. So after winning that award and then starting the TV show, that's two. Three, working the Obama. I was able to be on the team that won a student Emmy, which was the first in the history of our school to for a documentary. It was like a homecoming documentary, but it was around election season for the Obama re-election. So I was able to produce a package for that for that actual full doc, and I was like, "Whoa, a student Emmy is on my resume." You see me in the credits? I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's number three for sure. Number four, I had worked on a documentary with a student, and it was called Homeless in College. And
Mm,
literally that documentary changed my whole trajectory of how, like, you literally, there's people that have nothing but they have a goal, and that is that degree. Like, if I gotta sleep on somebody's couch, if I gotta figure this
Them.
out, like, that documentary changed my life. And we was able to win an AP News award for that. And that, like, I was like, wow, like that documentary changed my whole trajectory. Just to be thankful, of course, but also
mhm.
to be like, get your stuff together. You're gonna be like me. So that.
Dope. That's dope.
Um, and five, I actually of course there's like so many, like reaching millions of impressions for a university and winning the presidential award, of course. But the
Mhm.
fifth one I want to say is like, I had worked on a documentary called Autism Makes Sense. I was a student, and this was in
Mm.
2012, and I learned so much about autism, and God literally blessed me with an amazing autistic son, and I was like, oh my God, I know I gotta call this person. I know what resource to have. Like,
That's what's
and now
up.
it's just
Yeah.
like, God, you
Look
just
at God.
never ever, like, nothing is a mistake. Like, I learned that too. Like, something always like is a reason. Like, so kind of pay attention. And I'm still friends with him to this day. The partner that I had for that documentary, he works at Netflix Hollywood now. Like, he's
Mm.
started the whole Netflix Black series. Like, just little
Nice.
things. Like, you just never ever know. So I feel like my network helped all of those aspects of
Mm.
what my five highlights were. And of course, partying, drinking, you're doing that thing. I don't pay for this.
Hey.
But sticking to the business is what
That's
Uh-huh.
it.
got me is what got me to these awards. And of course, if it's an extra mention, it's finding my husband.
I was about to say now, if he ain't make
He
the
died.
highlight reel.
No,
Listen,
he's
I
like
hope he
he's the
made. I
icing,
hope he
he's the
made the
cherry
cut.
on top. Like, he's the cherry on top. Like, and I found him my senior year. And so this was after
Woo.
all of these beautiful accolades. I was not I was like, listen, I have a degree to get. My family is not paying for me to be here another year. So I found him my senior year in the School of Journalism. So God knew he had to be like literally sitting next to me to even get my attention. And
So
he cheated on me on the test, and then it's history from there.
Okay.
It's
now y'all
history.
both. Now y'all both passing. Now y'all both passing.
We
That's
both
what's
Look at
up.
passing.
that.
That was
Look at
2013,
that.
and look at us now. Like, whew.
Look at that. Look at that. So that's beautiful. And I love what you said about networking, right? Because we love to talk about that on our show, especially on the live streams. And we had one of my mentors, Lawrence Fauntleroy, who's one of the directors at Lehman for experiential learning.
Hmm.
And he dropped the line on us: your network will determine your net
Your
worth.
net worth, absolutely.
You know what I
Clock
Absolutely.
mean?
it.
Issa Rae
Clock
said
it.
that too. Like, your millions is in your circle right now. Y'all just have to
That's
keep
it.
growing together.
That's
Mm-hmm.
it.
That is
That's it.
facts. That is facts, Unc. Like, you're not lying. Your
Yeah,
network is your network. And that's why I'm like, college, like, you're really not paying for the courses. You're paying for the network. Like, the
that's
people
it.
that
Experience.
you're gonna meet that's gonna get you that interview or open that door. Like,
Hmm.
Mhm.
literally, that's what I believe
Yeah, that's a
is
fact.
the point of college. Like,
Who you know will get you further than what you know. A lot of times.
and who
Talk
knows
about it.
you.
Hmm.
Put that at the end.
Man,
Talk
man,
about it.
that's a
Talk about it. I put it on Instagram the other day, man. Your reputation precedes you. You know what you
Mhm.
do in life and how you treat people determines how your name makes it in the rooms that you've never even been into. So that's
Yes.
very important. Very, very
Yes.
important. So in your highlights, you actually ran off some accolades, man. And as you see, we definitely prepared for this. You know what I mean? We're
Uh
talking
oh.
about the at FAMU underscore 1877 page, 65K followers in October 2022 to 120K followers as of April 2024. You mentioned the 16 million impressions for the number one public HBCU. We talking about a
Yeah,
skill
yeah,
set of content creation,
yeah,
brand,
yeah, yeah.
marketing, strategy, associate producer and videographer for the Obama reelection, hosting the Environmental Youth Summit
Mhm,
at
mhm.
North Carolina A&T
I forgot all
University.
about that. Shout out
You
to
know what I'm
Nagy.
saying?
That's you. That's
You
you.
know what I
That's you.
mean? You already
Yes.
talked about the BTV creation, and then of course, at most recently recognized as FAMU's employee of the quarter this year for Q3,
Mhm.
man.
Thank you, thank you.
Salutations, fam. I mean, I know the list is gonna get bigger, it's gonna get broader, and you know, God is blessing you, man. So
Man, literally,
See,
love,
that's
love.
facts.
CC,
It's all God. It's the love.
CC,
It's all of that.
CC.
Yes, bro.
I'm gonna just need you to, brush that
Uh
dirt off
oh.
your shoulder. My
Do
bad,
do
my bad. Just
do
want to make
do
sure
do
you
do
was
do
good.
do do.
Oh man.
Hey.
But listen, with all of these accolades and you're ready in your toolkit, this might be a silly question, but when did the passion for this industry start for you?
Oh, that's such a great question. I when did I start doing social? So when I was in college, this is so funny. Social media was not really that much of an existence as far as like marketing and things like that. It was more like fun. You know how Facebook was just like college students, and then there was like these little MySpace and little things for you to have fun with. But like doing it for like marketing purposes, when I got to college, I started joining organizations, and one of them was National Council of Negro Women. And back then, Tumblr, I don't know if y'all remember Tumblr.
Yeah.
Tumblr was hot and Vine was hot.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Instagram was just coming out, like, oh, just coming out. So I was doing work for them. Like I was posting and and they was like, oh, this is really cool. And I was like, wait, I'm having a lot of fun with this. Cause I was always like, I want to say the historian of my family. Like I always love taking pictures. I love like documenting moments or whatever. So once I had an internship with the Office of Alumni Affairs, I was like, yo, y'all need a social media page. Like, that's what people are doing right now. They didn't know. They were like, whatever, you could create it, no problem. I created it, right? Got it to 5,000 followers.
Mm.
I graduated, right? They didn't do nothing with the page. I started working for like nonprofits and things around town to kind of like be social media, trying to build my own social media company. So I was doing like a video gig, and I had met one of the professors at the school or whatever, and she was like, I was like, who's over the FAMU alumni 1887 page? That's the original page I started with. And she was like,
Mm.
nobody right now. I took that page. Now we had 17,000 followers. I'm like, y'all gotta people are giving click to buy. So once I convinced them that, they gave me like a 30-day trial. Black people, y'all gotta be stop giving people trials.
You
Trust
know
the
how I go.
people.
You know how I go.
So, they was like, you really love this and show us how beneficial it is. But they did like a campaign, and I was able to raise like $60,000 within like that 30-day period. And they was like, oh yeah, let's bring her back. She's bringing in dollars.
Mhm.
Dollars make
Yeah.
sense. So I translated, shout out to I didn't even mention Brandy and Kiana. Like shout out to them seeing my love for social media. And because most of the time when it comes to like fundraising, that's where I started at FAMU. It's about the heartstrings. Like most of the time with money, period. When you try and convince somebody to buy something, you have to like really tone into what they love and their heartstrings. So me being able to portray like the love of FAMU, the people who graduated, like showing the brand in
Mm.
a way that was like, yo, I want to give back. I want to give $100,000. So yeah, that's where my love came in. Like at college, working at organizations, and literally saying like, y'all know y'all can make more money if y'all actually use social media. Now
Mm-hmm.
now it's like an abundance. Like I've taught so many people how to start a page. Like I gotta start putting rules on how to start making pages because it's getting crazy. Like everybody feel like they could. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's been that was definitely my start was working with organizations on campus.
That's beautiful, man. And it's interesting because you just built off of your network, like we talked about earlier, right? Using the resources around you, being resourceful, being
Literally in
creative.
practice, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, matter
Yeah.
of fact, ooh, and let me say, I gotta say this. I have to say this because although I was an intern and I did it for free at first, the first person who paid me was a FAMU alum. And her name is Sunny Speaks, and she was like, "Oh, you do social media?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I need somebody to run my page." She's a vegan chef, and she was the first person to put money in my hands and was like, "Yo, you can run my page." And I was like, "I can make money. I can make money from running pages."
Mm.
And that's when I was like, oh, I gotta prove to her that I can, because I already knew God was like, yo, if you do this, if you can handle a little, you can handle many.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Nice.
oh, okay. And I'm glad she was my start because she taught me consistency. She would hit me up like, yo, what you posting today? Yo, what's going on today? Like, you know what I mean? And that's like
Yeah.
that's how I move now,
That's
So
what's up. That's
so
what's
yeah,
up.
all of that, bro. All of that.
Yeah. No, definitely. Definitely. I mean, hey, listen, it's been beautiful to watch you work because I ain't out here trying to recreate the wheel. So I just watch the people that do this every day and just be like, oh, all right.
Literally, it's a
She
job in
posting 3
itself.
times a day. I'm posting 3
Yeah.
times a day. You know what I
Word.
mean?
Word.
Literally, it's a job in itself. And I tell people, like, once you
Yeah.
come up with a consistency and a schedule, like, it gets easier. And like, I love working for other people, so I gotta take my own advice too, because I will go once a week, and I'm like, girl, you know you can do better than that. But it's a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
platforms. But
Yeah.
there are programs now that can schedule these things. Like, you don't have to feel like it's just you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a whole process, but I'm glad I'm able to do it because it keeps me employed and paid
That's it.
and doing
That's
what
That's
I
the
it.
love.
goal. That's always the goal. Always the goal.
It's always the
That's
goal.
right. Baby's
Yeah.
gotta eat. Baby's gotta eat.
Listen, I need cheese for my eggs, my babies. Make that money.
See?
Hey.
Shout out to Cardi B.
Hmm.
So we see so
Like
many
she go.
people now becoming
Sorry.
influencers, wanting to have a presence on social media, but a lot of times they may just not know what to do or maybe following the wrong script. What's a common misconception when it comes to brand marketing that you see for people?
Um, Definitely that it's a microwave. It's not a microwave. It's definitely an oven. It's gonna take a lot of It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some
Mm,
effort. Like, do not. I mean, if you're really, really good, it could be a microwave. Like, of course, I can edit a video in 5 minutes because I've done it before. Blah blah blah. Blah. But quality over quantity, for sure, for
Hmm.
sure. And like when it comes to like brand marketing, I always tell people having a brand kit matters. Like, you should know the hex code to your logo to help
Hmm.
your graphic designer and to help your social media person know that I say this in my social media workshops, like, if you see a UPS truck, that purple and that, or a UPS truck or a FedEx truck, you know that purple and that orange, you know that brown and that gold, like, you recognize it from a mile away. Like, that's how your
Hmm.
brand should be. Like, I should be able to know every time I see the mic and the fire coming out, that's Freedom Cage. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I should know, you should know these things, like, as far as brand marketing and having a team, like making sure you have the right responsibilities for your team. Like, having a graphic person for your social media person is great. Having a social media person that does graphics is great. But also having a plan. Like, people don't have content calendars. People don't know what they're doing next month. Then they want to have a holiday sale and you just popped up. Like, you knew Black Friday was the Friday after Thanksgiving.
oh yeah,
Don't
every
be hitting
year.
me. Don't be hitting me
Same
on
It's
year.
not
Thanksgiving
gonna
about this shit.
change. Juneteenth is not gonna change. So
Uh,
stop saying you're gonna have a sale the day before, and like, right now, I already have my 2025 laid out. I know exactly what's happening in each month in 2025. Because once you
Mm,
have a skeleton, if happenstance comes around, if a tornado just had, then it's not gonna move you because you already know your foundation, and then the fluff is just extra. Like,
yeah.
things that happen is just
Facts.
extra. Like, oh, this just adds to it. So I think having a plan, having a team, and just knowing that things are not microwave. Like, please treat it like an oven. Please treat your business like a child. Like, take
Hmm.
care of it
Slow
like a
cook.
pet.
Slow
Like,
cook
it
it.
just and then once you do that, then other people will take you serious. Because some people just don't. If you don't take your brand serious, if you just want your colors all willy nilly, then it's gonna come off willy nilly,
That's it.
Hmm.
and you
No
ain't gonna
doubt.
make as much money as you want because you don't take it serious. You think Versace gonna change the font of their Versace?
Right.
You not, you know what I mean? She might do it. She might replicate it, but Versace would like,
You
So
know.
yeah, that's like, brand kit is just so important, and it helps your team.
Yeah.
That's like my main thing. What else I put down? I think, I put down pre-production and post-production matters, like having meetings.
Mhm.
They have meetings. A lot of them have meetings. Okay, meetings are essential. Have an agenda.
Uh huh. Hmm.
Agenda at your
Deliverables.
meetings, because then when we meet again, what did we talk about last meeting? How did we
That's right.
grow?
Yeah.
Hmm.
With me with social media, I look at the top content. Like, what was the top content the last 30 days? How can I remix that the same way
Hmm.
and then it reaches higher? So, like, that's just how I kind of like think. Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel if it's already turning. Just figure out like what's working. Like, so you keep doing it over and over, and then it makes
Yeah.
more
That's
money,
it.
more money, more money.
Find your
Um,
spot on the wheel, baby. Find your spot on the wheel.
Find your spot,
That's
man.
it.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that's like literally the main nuggets I could say when it comes to brand marketing, for
All right.
businesses.
No, that's fine. That's more than enough. The rest they got to pay for.
Oh,
Word,
my
word,
bad.
word,
Yes,
word,
that's coming
word.
soon too. Y'all online courses, ChristinaCompere.com.
Or question. Who would you refer to as your communication sensei?
One of my professors that I had, Kenneth Jones, amazing guy. He has his own business, his own media company. Literally was the guy that made sure we all just graduated and didn't give up, even though his class was like the hardest class on earth. We had to truck a whole tripod, a whole camera to get news stories around town. Like, but it trained us to be great, being one man band. So he is definitely like top number one as far as I can go to him to this day. He's gave us great family advice, like great guy. Um, Mr. Miles, Keith Miles, he gave me my job for the entire university because I was just on the alumni page for a while. And he was like, yo, you need to bring this to the main campus. So he's an amazing guy, big communication specialist in the city of Tallahassee. Like his dad was out here, like big, big guy. When it comes to like celebrities, who can I say? Oh my God. Kev on stage, Miss Kev on stage, love their growth. Just from an outside looking in perspective of how they grew, media wise, like in a room like this, and now they have their own studios is like amazing to me. Of course, Gary V and Ty Lopez, they're two influencers that inspired me because they literally were during the pandemic or a little before the pandemic. They were like, you should get up, ask some businesses if they need social media help, and then mark those businesses down, charge them $100 a month. If you get 10 businesses, that's $1,000 a month. And I was
Yeah,
Boom.
like,
Just like that. Just
not
like that.
he just told me to get up, but
Gems.
that literally changed my life. And so yeah, those two people, even though they're virtual and I've never met them a day in my life, you can learn from these mentors on LinkedIn. Like those are my like top notch people to learn from. Jessie Wu, of course, I already talked about my Uncle Shakim Compare. Jessie Wu, she's a Haitian American media personality who really is starting from the bottom and making her way up. And she didn't go to HBCU, but she did graduate in Florida as well. But those are like my main. Yep. Oh, Carmen Cummings. She gave me my job at the Alumni Affairs office. Thank you for my start.
Salute.
And of course, Will Packer. He's Will Packer. He graduated from our school, and every time he comes back, he shows love and advice, and told me to believe in myself. He wrote that in my notebook when I was a student, and ever since that, I was like, I gotta keep going. So
That's what's up.
those are my media giants that I'm standing on for real. Like, woo! I don't know if
definitely.
I'll
That's a
be
good
here
list.
without any one of them people.
That's a dope
No,
list. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a dope list.
no, I feel you. I feel you.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you.
so listen, as I think of names like Jamel Hill, L. Duncan,
Uh huh.
Malika Andrews, Monica
Mm-hmm.
McNutt, you know
Oh
where I'm
yes, I
going with
met
this,
Monica.
right?
I met Monica. She's amazing. Oh
you
Ah,
my.
know,
I
I
try
think
not
I
to
think
stand out with her too.
yeah, I think you know where I'm going with this, right? We
Yeah.
talk about representation so much on the show. What it does for someone who is aspiring to get to a certain point in their career and seeing someone there. How important has it been for you to see representation in your field?
Oh, it's extremely important. Oh my gosh. First of all, being from New York is very diverse. So I was around different kinds of people all the time. So coming to the South, whoo, what a night and day. Like you have to fight for your spot being a black person in the South most of the time. Like they are not opening the door and putting a seat at the table for you. You have to build your own table.
Mm,
So I love the fact that I had best of both worlds as far as being from New York and being in the South because I'm like, no, I deserve to be at this table. Like I know that I could be here. I've experienced it. Like so when I every day I work and I have interns and it's like I'll have the Haitian students or I'll have a young girl that's so shy and is scared to be on camera and I'm letting them know like no you could do it like and then at the end of the semester when they come back to me and be like Christina, Miss Christina, thank you so much. Like I was so shy. I did not know I was gonna be able to do it. I did not know how to edit a video. I did not know how to write a news story. I'm published. Like that's what keeps me going. Like
best
literally
feeling
every
in the
day.
world. Yeah.
It's I'm like, oh, this is purpose. Oh, this is what
Hmm.
this feels like. I want to keep doing this. So definitely my end goal. I know we didn't get to the end goal, but definitely got to be a professor in my next maybe in
I
two
see it.
decades from now.
I
Uh,
see it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna start the online courses. Start my way. Doing the digital wise. But I gotta get in the classroom because these
Mhm.
students need it. Social media needs it because it's getting real. It's no rules. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
eventually, it is gonna become like a world where it's gonna have some rules set on it. So I'm just excited to just grow in this world and just train up the next girl that looks like me to be in front or
Yeah,
behind the camera. It's an honor. Oh my gosh.
yeah, man.
For
Yeah,
sure.
It's an
yeah.
honor
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, it's amazing because I'll admit it, like going through college and growing up, like I didn't know how important representation was gonna mean until I started like knowing what I wanted to do and who I
Mhm.
wanted to be. And now it's everything. And to exactly what
So
you said
important.
now, right? How do we pay that forward and keep that lineage going so that they continue to see, okay, we can do this and we can stick together and make it happen, man.
Mhm.
Hmm.
It's impressive. I do have one request from you, man.
Oh
I
man,
need
what?
you to remake Sister Act. I don't know when in your
Not
career
remix.
you're gonna.
What?
I don't know when in your career.
No pressure.
That
No
was so
pressure.
great.
I I, I just see you and Will Packer figuring out how to make
Ah,
this
Bro.
making
happen.
it happen.
Oh, oh, get him, please. Cause what? Remix sister.
Just you know what I
I need
mean. We
you to
need we
find
need
a
a
way
part
to
four.
spin
We
it.
need a part four 2025 version. You know what I mean? That's all. That's
Man,
all.
I'm gonna do my best, man. If I ever get to Kev on Stage Studios, which eventually probably might be my life too, I'm gonna be like, listen, let's just remake Sister Act. My uncle said we gotta do it. Lauren is
Mhm.
not gonna make it, but we
No.
can find somebody.
Hey, Doshi is out there. Doshi is out
Oh,
here, man.
She's out there. She's out there.
that would
Good
be
album.
fire. That would
Good
be
album.
fire.
Mhm.
Yeah, congrats to her. That
Um,
Tiny Desk was fire.
it
Yes,
was.
yes, it
It
was.
was. She be
Mhm.
spitting.
Mm.
Mm.
Well, I got one that's I got a question for you that's more on your home front as far as Tallahassee is concerned. I believe just
Hmm.
yesterday they passed a new law, which went into effect immediately, that will ban kids under the age of 16 from having social media accounts, which will take place,
Mm.
at the top of the year. You being a mom, you being so involved with social media,
I mean,
what are your thoughts on kids with social media coming from like this professional standpoint, like and being in the background as far as being a mom
I
yourself, like
hate to
how's that working?
I hate to say this, but you technically always had to be at least 16 to be on social media. People just lie. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
Hope
Kids,
so, hope so, hope so,
like this
hope
is
so.
always a rule. You cannot be on Instagram and Facebook. You cannot be
Mm,
there underage. But the students are just making up a year, and then they get in, and that's how they become
trying to
these
get in.
what they call them spam pages and
Those
bots.
Yeah.
bots and all
It's
that.
dumb. It's dumb. So
Okay,
that's not gonna change anything. That's a cool law though, but
okay,
that's not gonna
okay,
stop them
okay,
from doing it.
She said
But
that's
okay.
yeah,
cute.
I as a mom though, nah, I just honestly, I have to have control of it until you get to a certain age because there is ways for your kids to make money on social media now. But I feel like it should be monitored by the parents or by the manager
Hmm.
of whatever
Hmm.
company. I've had kid clients that's been in like NASCAR, like, but we manage it and we got to see the content because kids will put out
Right,
anything.
they don't
It will
care.
it will be bad and it will go
Yeah.
go live during moments you're not supposed to be going live.
Mhm.
But I do shout out to Kai Sinat. He's changing the game with this Twitch live streaming
Yes.
because right now like we see the new era of what platforms like social media, Twitch, going live, streaming, podcasts, like these are all new forms of journalism in forms of ways. So I would love for my son, like he just started getting into gaming, I would love
Mhm.
for him to have a Twitch and make some money in
Mhm.
the house. We ain't gotta show your face,
Yeah,
we could just show the screen. So if
that's
it's
Uh-huh.
it.
like things like that where his face is not being seen or he's not in acting, if I'm not putting him in acting or modeling, nah, it's gonna be managed by the parents until 16, 17, anyways. So
Mhm.
nah. Me,
So,
nah.
I
Got you.
get it. Just making sure. Just checking the temp.
But
Just checking the temp.
if they
I
making a
was
coin, then
because
go
then I
for it.
sometimes it's content of everything. I just want to see where you was. Want to see where you was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ryan's world took off. You know what I'm saying? Ashton's world ain't gonna be too far. You know what I mean? Just saying.
And
Just
that's the
saying.
thing. Like I can see that. I can truly, truly see that. That's why I'm like, some days I'll be like, huh, but some days I'm like, do I want to put my child out there yet? It's really a decision you have to
Mm.
talk about as a parent because safety is number one for me. Like I'm I do not play about safety. Like, you just never ever know. Like, don't be putting your car license plate. Don't be putting your house number. Don't be putting what
Mm-hmm.
street you on. Like, be careful how you angle it. Like, I'm very like I don't play about that. Shout out to Pops, recipes, Pop Smoke. But
Mhm.
be careful where you post.
That's
People
right.
are
Fact.
crazy,
Yeah, yeah,
and you got to
that's a
protect
fact.
your kids. So yeah, that's where I stand.
Yeah, that's a fact. So before we get to get into two surprises we got for you, man,
Oh
I gotta
boy,
check with you, man, because I
I'm
know you out
honest.
there in
I gotta
Florida,
go.
but I know your music taste is pretty exquisite, man. What's the vibes in your playlist right now? Who's dominating right now?
Woo! Kendrick Lamar. As far as right
Mhm.
now,
Yeah.
that thing got me in a chokehold right now. I can't even hold you. Like,
Fat, fat, fat,
yeah,
fat, fat, fat.
that Luther. I'm like, do I want to buy a ticket? Do I want to buy a ticket? No, I don't want to buy a ticket. You don't have to buy a ticket. I'm like, not for just one album. Like, I'm just
Like,
like fighting myself with that. But
do I gotta go to Toronto? Like, is
listen, but ironically, I
Yeah,
was looking
man.
at my top 10 on Apple. I don't know if, well, Kenny, you can't
Yeah,
relate to
yeah,
this.
yeah.
But Sean,
Right.
on Apple, they got the top 10 top 10
Yeah.
artists that you listen to. Kirk Franklin was my number one. I ain't know I was dude
You-
want a revolution. Like, what? I would have
So I
never
guess I do. I guess I do want a revolution.
I
yeah.
guess I'm Kirk Franklin number one. And then I think I had Lotto on there. I had Lotto was pretty good. And Glorilla, she just dropped the album. She dropped it right before she came to
Yo.
FAMU.
Yeah, yeah.
Seeing
She's taking
Glorilla in
over.
person, she's so tiny.
Yeah, yeah.
But she was really cool. She was a great performer. That album slapped.
I
Yo.
do. I do. I do.
I've
So
never seen an artist take off like that in a long time.
what?
And
Mhm.
and you literally saw the growth from that first song to
Yep.
this. It seems like in a year. It's
What?
Yeah.
been crazy.
It's insane. I'm like, if she don't got a Grammy with her name on it, then this rigged.
It's rigged.
It's
It's
Big
big rigged.
facts.
rigged.
Big rigged.
Big facts.
Big rigged.
Cause that she deserves. I hope she gets. I mean, whatever awards she gets, but definitely she deserves a Grammy for that album. And I was just so excited to be able to sing it live. Like, I love concerts. So yeah, that's been a lot of fun. But those are like my top three right now. Well, top four. Four people I've been rotating in between.
All right, respect, respect.
I respect them.
I'm still an R&B girly, I like my throwbacks, but you know.
Scissors
Mhm.
there now. Scissors there. She's all up in your face.
I know. Scissors holding it down. Holding it down, man. Holding it down for the R&B girlies.
Yes,
Her
sir.
and Summer Walker. Summer Walker's doing her thing too.
Yeah, yeah. She ain't never fell off, so she's just there. She's dope.
Yeah.
True
Yeah,
Her
story.
too.
she and they love her out here. Like, they love them a Summer Walker, and they love a Raw Wave. Oh, they love them a
Mm,
Raw Wave out here. Y'all Raw
yeah,
Waving
man.
out there?
He's
Not right
popular. I
now.
think I think I just missed him. I think I just missed him on the age thing. Like
Yeah.
I think
I,
I think
That's
the
what
people
I'm
right but
thinking, right?
right under me, they big fans. I can't name you three songs right now. It's my fault.
Same.
I missed the wave. I missed the wave. No pun
Same.
intended.
I kid you not. Like 2022, definitely. But now with last year with what they're calling, the kids are calling the sexy drill, with that coming in now, it's
Wow.
kind of moved anything that Rod was doing out the way.
Mm.
Because that's taking over right now. And then once Fab and dudes like that jump on it, now everybody's like rocking with it. Yep.
Man, bring back Bryson Tiller and
Yeah.
I ain't him in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for R&B. I'm just gonna say that. I'm hopeful that we could get back. Usher's tired. He's tired.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe not, but after this tour, I'm pretty sure he's tired.
He's pulling dirty cherries out his pocket. Raw cherries, man. I don't know where he getting them from. They're just there.
Out
They're just
that
there
fur
now.
coat. I was thinking that. I was like,
Like, where's
damn,
he?
fur
He
on
ain't got
that.
no jar with him. Nothing. Like, where's he pulling that out of? But whatever.
Ooh.
You ready?
Oh my
You
God.
ready? You ready, Sean? Ready for the FCP Hot 10? She think you ready?
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna take you through the first five, and then Kenny's gonna lead you through the last five. All right.
Oh my God, what?
All
So
right,
Top
here
10.
we
Top
go.
10.
okay.
So, karaoke song to save the world. What you singing?
Am I being timed? I'm like, okay, the main one, I can think of is
Mm,
"Juicy" by Biggie because I feel like everybody knows that. It's crazy,
okay.
like because I went to Bahamas and the white person was up there was like, "It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up." I
He's
was
like,
like, "Come on, Universal
what?
Music."
Look at that.
So I'm gonna do
Melting pot.
that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All
I'm
right.
gonna, I'm
All
gonna do
right.
"Juicy." I'm gonna do
All
"Juicy."
right. All right. All right. This one. Your mother's mac and cheese or auntie's jambalaya?
Oh man, I
She
love
is gonna see this,
jambalaya.
by the
I
way.
love jambalaya, but I gotta go. I gotta go with the mac because it's just ooh, it's like a hug.
Yeah, the edges is different.
Mm, it's like a hug of love when you.
Yeah.
Uh, my goodness, you can put it with anything. You can eat it by itself. Ooh,
It's a
mommy,
meal.
I
It's
love
a
you
meal
so
for
much.
itself.
Thank you for cooking good food, so I know the
Word,
difference. Thank you, mom.
word. Some people have no idea.
They had no
Oh
clue. We had a
man,
chef for a mom.
that's a fact.
Yes, and you know your
Favorite?
sister don't play with that Mac. Okay, go ahead.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Favorite movie of all time?
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
I actually really love that movie.
Don't judge me, but
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
that is my favorite movie. And my wedding felt exactly like that. So I was so happy.
Yeah, that was
All
dope.
right.
Okay.
My Big
All
Fat
right.
Greek Wedding.
All right. Which would you rather produce if given the choice? The Super Bowl or the national championship in college?
I'm gonna go Super Bowl. I gotta go big. The
You know
national
what I mean? I know you. I know
championship.
you're real big. I know you're real big college life. I wasn't sure. You know what I mean? The atmosphere is a little different. You know what
I
I
went
mean?
to our national championship in last year in Atlanta, which is happening this weekend. I'm so sad we ain't make it for this year, the
Hmm.
Celebration Bowl, and it was an experience I'll never ever forget. But
Okay.
I'm going to bowl, baby. I want the big show. I want the big show. Okay,
Okay.
that's
She
just a
said,
small market. I want the world. Okay, world
Okay.
yeah.
stop.
A lot of viewers.
Carry on. Carry on.
She said, I need my name on that. I need my name on
What?
Okay.
that one.
Saying you worked with the Super Bowl, like that's you won. Like, yeah, good question. That's a great question.
Definitely, definitely. Last one before I hand it over to Kenny. Who's really better at sports, Seminoles or Rattlers?
The Rattlers. Have y'all seen the scores this year? Have y'all checked the
All right.
rankings? Like,
All
we've
right.
been washing them up for the last two years. Like,
FSU has been down. FSU has been down these past couple seasons, especially on the
they
football side. I don't know what happened on the football side, but
Yeah,
it's
whatever.
man.
it's insane because when I came to Tallahassee 2013, they won a national championship. So they were
Mhm.
like the first time I ever seen like a school win a national championship ever, and that was like the city was on like tilt, like
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
And then when our
Up
school
the
won a
cause.
championship, it was like ooh, ooh. So now we're not checking for them no more. We ain't checked for them since 2013. Like
Man,
no,
right across the street. What you mean not gonna check for him? Damn.
no. Across the
Yeah,
railroad
big
tracks
street.
to be
It's a big
specific,
street. It's a big street.
is
Big
tracks
street.
is literally train tracks in between our schools. It's crazy.
All
Yep.
right.
Nope.
I know we in between the holidays, but we gotta know over here at the FCP. Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Christmas. Mm, yeah, Christmas.
Right? Right?
Yeah, because I'm at the age where I gotta cook now, and
It's not fun no more. It's not fun no
it's
more.
not as
Okay.
fun. It's not as fun. I miss
See?
being able to pull up and make a plate. Yeah, nah.
Yep.
Now they asking what I'm bringing, and I'm like, oh, it's more than cups and ice. Like, yeah, yeah,
It's
no,
a,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
no. Chris,
plates ain't gonna make the cut. All
yeah, yeah,
right.
no. Christmas me, so I know I'm gonna get a gift.
Next one. Next one. Miss Media Mogul. If you only could choose one social platform to use for all of 2025, what would
Mm.
you choose?
God, why
Just one. You got
would
IG, you got
Oh.
Twitter, you got LinkedIn, you got
I ain't
what you
gonna
gonna
lie,
do?
it might get banned in January, and there's low key bans on all higher education campuses in the state of Florida right now. But TikTok, got it for me. I learned so much as well as being able to have fun while posting. And one of my nephews, Brian's nephew, he mentioned something so big because I asked him, I'm like, yo, what's your favorite platform or whatever? And he was like, TikTok, because people are actually honest. He's like, Instagram, they just fluff it up. Like, they be congratulating you and all types of stuff. But TikTok, they going to be like, that's ugly. Or they going to be real with you on TikTok. He's like, and I like when people keep it real. And I was like, you actually
you make a good point there, Brethren.
Yeah.
Young man.
you didn't tell a lie. And kids are super honest. So yeah,
Okay.
that I would say TikTok. I love Instagram too though, but TikTok got it.
Keeping a social platform from a professional standpoint. Is OnlyFans looked down on from a professional promotional vantage point?
Yeah, right now it is. Because it's basically like a sexy Patreon. I don't know if y'all heard of Patreon. It's
Yeah,
also a
I know Patreon.
subscription base. It's
Mhm.
basically like a sexy Patreon. Like I know people that go on there and cook sexy. It's like you don't just. I mean, you want to do that life? Then go on to OnlyFans now. If you about
Yeah,
that life, I wish
got
I
it.
was some days. Some days I wish I wasn't. Let it
Fuck
out.
it, just F it, F it.
But no, it's definitely gonna have that stigma because of how it came out.
Yeah.
It's always gonna have that, how you came out is how you gonna be for real, for real. So people try to make it a Patreon and be like, no, it's not. I'm not doing nothing nude or no. Just go on Patreon
Get it
and do
done the
that.
right way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do it the right way.
This one might be rough for you. New York or Florida?
Oh, never would I take away where I'm from, New York. What? Oh my God. Like, even though I'm not like I think about New York every day. It made me who I am. I love going home, my family, like the recharge I get smelling that dirty air and seeing the buses with the black smoke come out. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And going in certain train stations and it stink and you see the rats going in like that's culture. The
He said
music you
that's
can hear from
culture.
anywhere. You can hear music from anywhere. It's so quiet. Y'all hear how quiet it is. I bet if y'all open y'all window right now, I'm gonna hear a siren. I bet you.
Open up
And I
that
can
window, show
sleep
them.
through it. What? It's so much culture. Like being from New York is culture. It's a vibe. It's everything. And I love Florida because honestly, I needed it to calm me down. As y'all can see, my energy could get on a 10 or 100. So Florida definitely calmed me down, taught me patience, taught me like you don't have to be at 10 all the time or whatever. So everything that the South has taught me, I appreciate. But number one will
Home is
always be
home.
New
Home is
York
home.
City, the 5 boroughs, every single one.
All right.
Ooh, man, what?
All right.
That is
Next
not
one.
hard.
My bad. You know what I mean? I figure, you met your husband, got the family, you know what I
I
mean?
love to do that,
Net
but
worth. She said I take a one way and no time. Nah.
come on. I always be like, yo, y'all need to get some New York in y'all. We going home. Like we going. Like I'm quick to be like, listen. And they
My
always they
son, my
appreciate it
son.
though. They appreciate it too.
All right, next one. Dinner with Beyonce or 50,000?
Oh wow. Dinner with Beyonce or 50,000.
Yeah. Got
Dinner
throw it
with
out there.
Beyonce. Dinner with Beyonce.
Wow.
I'll
What's
do
up?
dinner
I
with
respect
Beyonce.
it. I respect it.
One because your husband is Jay-Z and he's from New
Uh-huh.
York, and the Barclays Center was actually breaking ground on my birthday on March 11th, 2000, and whenever they built the Barclays Center.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's a
that day.
fun fact. Fun
311.
fact.
311.
But
311.
I would love to just pick her brain as far as just how she started Ivy Park, how she started her own label, just the whole business mindset of how she trusted people on her team to build to where she's at. I feel like the knowledge I would gain would be more than 50K. And she may give me a number that could give me 100. So I'm gonna go with Beyonce. Yeah,
We got one more bonus question for you. Diddy or Jay-Z? Nah, don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's too much allegedly. It's too much allegedly going on right now. It's too much allegedly. Don't answer that. Don't
Way
answer
too
that.
much. Way too much.
Both of them are going through a lot right now. So
yeah, I saw your eyes got mad big. It's like, nigga, I don't X-Nay on the alleged.
She said brand deals. Brand deals.
don't tell nobody. I still listen to R. Kelly, separate the man and the music. But either
Yeah,
way,
chocolate factory. But yeah, you're right. You're right.
yeah. I love them both musically, and it just sucks what they're going through right now. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, Jay Z.
Gotcha. All right, no problem. All right, so we're gonna have a little bit more fun before we get up out of here, man. We're gonna say some random words and names, and we want you to say the
Oh
first
boy.
word that comes to your mind. All right.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. First up, family,
Love,
black women,
success,
Dorothy.
tiny.
All
Y'all know about that.
Yeah. Word, word,
I'm gonna say Toto for the people who don't know her,
word,
but tiny
word.
from Cyprus. No, okay, no, okay.
Last one, I'm gonna pass it to Kenny. Ashton.
I almost said his last name. Joy.
Mm.
He's
I'm gonna
full of
pick it
joy
up.
when he's not mad.
I'm gonna pick it up right from there. Daniel.
Hungry. That boy always hungry. He
He
always
said
want to eat.
we gotta put a fingerprint lock on the
Yeah,
fridge.
hungry and dancing for sure, because he's always
Mhm.
dancing.
Brian.
Husband. Oh, everything. Best friend.
Compare.
I'm gonna say
Ah.
triumph for compare.
Mm.
We have triumphed through a lot um to maintain our last name. So triumph.
Mm.
Last one. CC Media.
Ooh. I'm gonna say loyal. I it's like a bittersweet. Being loyal can be bittersweet. And I love being loyal to my friends, to my career, to my husband. I just love it, love it, love it. But you know, it comes with sacrifices, and it comes with sometimes a little trials. So, but loyal, I will be loyal through and through and through, no matter what.
That's a good little
got
segment
a
there.
couple
You had a
And
lot of
boy,
questions before we get up out of here. I know you gave us what CC meter means to you as far as loyalty, but can you give the people a sneak peek into the future for CC Media?
yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. So of course I want to drop my online courses by my birthday next year. So March 2025. Look out for some online courses that will help you expand your brand on social media. I definitely want to start dropping some chapters and things like that. So look out for that. And of course the book will be attached to that. So look out for that. March 2025. It's in the works right now. But of course the main goal is always to support businesses and specifically black businesses as well. But get y'all social media together. That
Mm.
is your profile card, that is your business card, that is people knowing that you actually exist. So I want to continue to help businesses thrive on social media, creating platforms to help them gain revenue. Like, why are you just working and you're not making money? Why are you just baking and you're not making money? Like, I love to connect the dots for them. Like, ooh, that's my love. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. And then eventually I'll be a professor by the time I'm 50. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be teaching at somebody's university on the side, just making side coin because my business is gonna be thriving with multiple team members. Let's claim that as well.
Mm.
But yeah, that's the goal for CC Media Marketing. And hopefully gaining some more awards for this content.
Manifestation.
Let's
Mhm.
manifest. Let's manifest the Webby
That's
Awards.
right.
Let's manifest the greatness
Yes,
on
yes.
just that. So yeah, that's what I could share right now. So y'all just stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned. Stay
Otherwise,
tuned. Stay tuned.
for sure, ChristinaCompare.com. We getting a whole revamp on there, but definitely visit, lock in with me on my on my pages because we going up because we can't go back. We can't
That's
go
it.
back, y'all. Forward.
That's it. That's it.
Mhm.
One more, one more. If you could send a video message to 12-year-old you, what would you
Ooh.
say?
Oh my God, why y'all make me cry? 12-year-old me was in middle school. One, girl, you got your braces. Oh my God. You wanted them since middle school, and look at you, you got your braces. Ooh, I would say stay confident. Um, don't get distracted by what you see. Um, ooh, yeah, don't get distracted by what you see. One of my good friends, Caitlin Olsen, she passed away in seventh grade, and like it just motivated me. Like, what kind of life she would have wanted to live. So I live for that, and I want you to know, 12-year-old you, that it's gonna be okay, and you're gonna have amazing friends. You're gonna have amazing family that's gonna support you every step of the way. Um, whew, you even gonna drive. You're gonna drive soon at 16, and you're gonna have a cool car that your older brother's gonna hand down to you, and all types of cool stuff. Um, but yeah, just stay confident, stay happy, stay joyful, because it spreads and other people will feel it like magnets. Um, but yeah, just just keep being you, and everything else will add up. Keep God first, and all things will be added unto you. I promise you. Just stay focused. Tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. And your two friends that you're with right now, you're still gonna be friends with them at 33. So
Amazing.
so be nice
Amazing.
and keep walking home with them. um it's gonna work out. But
That's
yeah,
Amazing.
awesome. That was awesome.
Amazing.
yes.
Um, Listen, man, I don't think we could have found a better person to celebrate episode 100 with.
Oh, I'm so honored.
Um, and like we said in the beginning, anything you need from us, we're always here. We are just honored to watch you go from,
Thank you.
this little girl that was just trying to like play video games with us to
Yeah,
now, what I'm
yeah.
saying, just setting the tone for social media for the world and content for the world and changing lives.
Thank you.
um that is it's amazing to see what you've done so far, and I can only imagine what you're going to do in the future, not just from a professional standpoint, but from a black woman in this world that's not taking no for
Mhm.
an answer, and as a
Absolutely.
mom who is caring for her kids, as an honorable wife. You're setting the bar high, Christina. So
Thank you.
anytime you ever have a day where you feel like you ain't got
Oh,
it, you think about us and you get right to it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. And y'all, like, y'all don't know, y'all are my big bros. I know you but you know you big bro for real. Like, it's just, I'm so proud of you guys. Like, 100 episodes. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Thank you for even inviting me on here. I'm honored to share it to the world, period. Because when y'all get to episode 200 and we live in New York,
Let's get
then
it.
y'all invite me, okay? Because we gonna
absolutely.
definitely have shake some comedy shows, comedy arenas with y'all on the
Yeah,
stage. So I'm excited to see what's next for all of us, and thank God for covering our family.
definitely.
Mhm.
All that good stuff. Whew, this was great. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
All right, man. Is it that part of the show, man?
I think it's that
No,
part of the show, man. Yeah. Not too. We're not going too.
I know. I know.
Hit the numbers. Hit the numbers.
Yes.
Definitely,
Definitely,
man.
definitely. So listen, man. I think Kenny opened us up in a way for this show that was perfect. And the only thing I can do to end it any closer to the way he started it was by thanking him. Um, 4 years ago, it was just an idea. He could have said I'm too busy. He could have said I don't know about it. But as Kenny in traditional Kenny fashion did, he said, let's do it. I got you, whatever you need. And my brother, when I say I thank you and I love you from the bottom of my heart for making it to this 100 episodes, my dude, you have no idea what that means to me over here, bro. So
We outside. No.
Yes. Don't show those off. Don't show those
We
off.
outside. We outside. Making it happen.
Yes.
Definitely, definitely, man. But I want to thank everybody who's been rocking with us, man. This is only just the beginning, as Kenny said. Got economic empowerment out there. We're gonna be documenting the rise of Ramel Lee and RD Lee Capital Partners and everything that
Mhm.
they're gonna be doing. Silently Growing coming next year. We're going to have some real thoughtful conversations with people in the world who are silently growing. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, man, we're going to keep this FCP thing going.
Yes.
But for the 100th
FCP
time,
gang.
y'all.
Gang, gang.
So for the 100th time, y'all, you are now released back into your regularly scheduled programming. Corporate life, parental life, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you do, we salute you. I'm Senor Lee.
Hey, Catnick.
See you back next pay week when we lock back in to the Free State of Mind.
CC, we love you.
What? We
Episode
out
100.
here. Hey, 100. Yay. Woo.